Welcome back to Talking Dribble, episode 44, round 15 of the footy season is in the books. What a round it was. We're back in the studio, and I'm back with the one and only number one Hawk supporter. Hey, how you going?
Glad to be here. Glad to be here. Was an ideal week for the Hawk beanie. For sure, everyone thought I was a Hawthorn fan. Was not a big fan of that at all. I was fine for my life in the comments.
Bro, you were copping it. I
don't know how many times I had to say, I lost a bet. I lost a bet. Oh, it's just putrid. It's putrid. But hey, good week of footy. Wasn't it? Great week of footy. First time I've really enjoyed having a Sunday Arvo game and just finishing it off with a bang. It was very nice.
It was a nice way to finish off the weekend. I think last time we had a Sunday game, it was the Freo round, and we lost. And it's just it's a bad tone setter for the week. Yeah. But this was definitely a good way to start the week.
100%. And going up against Richmond, wasn't too nervous throughout the week. You can kind of let it ease up to it. Yeah. If we lost, it would have been pretty disappointing. But from the get-go, we looked in control, and the lads took charge. The Bont just back to prime form, looking like a god out there.
Back to prime form. Bont, he's now become he's had the most wins as a Dogs captain in our club history. So
man, let's little round of applause.
Good job, Bont.
Good man.
You might be finding yourself on the better Brownlow later this ep.
Good chance.
We'll see.
What are the odds in that?
Oh, yeah, very, very, very
Wouldn't
likely.
be bothered putting any money on there. Oh, my. Noah Bolter. Did you see him this week?
No, didn't actually. I don't think anyone saw him. What was he doing?
I've never seen a bloke in such shambles. Looked good early on. Took like a contested mark. Like, fuck, they've got Bolter back there. Not bad. Rest of the game looked like he thought he was playing forward. The amount of space Sam Kadars and Yama had, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, he was probably the worst game we've probably seen from an individual effort.
Do you reckon the curfew was playing on his mind?
Oh, definitely. It was a 3:20 game, so it's like, fuck, I only got a few hours after the game finishes to, go punch a bloke.
Yeah. He's like thinking maybe one or two beers post-game with the boys and then, gotta hurry on home. So that has to play into
No Domino's. He's on a Domino's curfew as well.
He's on a cleanse from Domino's.
Oh, definitely.
100%.
He knows that gets his blood boiling.
Yeah. Do you reckon Sam Kadars may have mentioned something about that?
I'm not going to lie. Every time Sam Kadars marked it, I was low-key expect him to be like, fuck.
Bro, he turned his back on him once. I'm like, I wouldn't be doing that.
I just kept waiting for Noah Bolter to get stuck.
Take that, buddy.
Coward. Yeah, nah. Anyway, actually, quickly, I just wanted to mention, there's dribblers falling out of our pockets right now. The TikTok's popping off, which is great. So, if you haven't yet, follow the TikTok because we're
TikTok is where it's at.
It's where it's at. The Instagram isn't quite keeping up with TikTok. So follow both if you haven't.
100%. But yeah, hit the TikTok. Pretty much anything we post goes onto TikTok.
Yeah, because we don't post everything on Instagram. No. We post essentially anything. We'll do anything on TikTok.
Do anything.
Ask us to do anything.
I'm wearing a Hawk beanie. We are literally going to do anything. But TikTok being good. The dribblers are supplying. A lot of hateful comments out there.
Oh, so many.
Coming for me personally, mentally, emotionally.
I don't care if you come for me for how I look. Oh, actually, no, I do. Come for me personally.
Come for me personally.
Actually, I don't know which I prefer, but they definitely are coming for us.
100%. A lot of aggressive stuff, but you know what? We take it on. Take it on the chin. We're here.
We're going to keep doing it. But no, we appreciate the support.
Love it.
To the dribblers, to the non-dribblers, to the people who think Jake is a Hawk supporter. No, we appreciate it. But,
100%.
Anyway, I actually wanted to ask you, is the AFL season already down to a 9 to 10 horse race, really? Is it 9 or 10 teams in it?
I think it's 10 still. This weekend's huge because I think Sydney, after getting a good win against Port in Adelaide over the weekend, I think they keep their season alive. They have us this week, Friday night, at the SCG. I think that is a massive one. If we get over the top, I think that could be the Swannies season done and dusted. Yeah. If they win that, I think they're maybe a game behind us.
Yep.
They're well and truly alive then. So I think right now, still a 10-team race after this weekend.
Yep.
It could stay that or definitely cut down.
Thursday night's Port v Carlton. Either of those teams will go only a win behind 8th, and then it's us versus Sydney. So it's definitely going to separate whose season's alive this Thursday night and Friday night.
How good would it be if we just saw Baggers and Port have a tie?
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd just be
I don't think I'm going to go for either team, honestly.
I just can't stand either of them. Well, I'm not trying to wear a Hawk beanie. I mean, a Port one next year. So
Port fans, they're coming after you now.
They are indeed. Got very quiet after the weekend, though. Yeah, where was it? Really... Not too much out there. Not too much out there from the lads. Real quiet. Some of them said, we'll see you in September. No, you won't. No,
not
you
a
won't,
chance.
buddy.
Not
You're
a
not going to be there.
chance.
Not going to be there. They're like, oh, we were a different team after Butters got back. You lost by 90 points against us at the Rat.
Yeah.
I don't think you are. You're a shit squad.
But I doubt Sydney are going to beat us this Friday, considering it's Bond's 250th.
I hope so.
Oh.
I would be so flat. We saw what the Cattery just did for Danger because that wide out got dark very quickly.
Yeah.
And that was putrid. That was putrid.
That was a backfire
performance.
if I've ever seen one. Trying to get the college atmosphere up and about against Brizzy, against the reigning premiers, and they just shit the bed.
Just shit the bed heavily. Logan Morris stepped up, just took charge.
Yeah.
Oh, it was crazy. Yeah, big disappointing game from the Cattery.
The Catman was
That's not going to happen
flat.
again. He was.
We got a flat cat.
We got a very flat cat. He also said they're not losers because they won 5 in a row. So he's like, Brizzy just beat the winners. That makes no fucking sense.
Bro, I remember being at a Hawks Geelong qualifying final and I don't know, when I was 10 and that Catman was there. I'm not going to lie, that guy terrified me.
That needs a restraining order.
Shook me to my core. Little Benny was having dreams about Catman for years. Not dreams,
Benny was
nightmares.
a terrified human being.
He was...
No, seriously, Catman, someone needs to take care of that.
Yeah.
You just can't have grown men dressing as a cat going to the footy games and having someone blow on their little capsicum whistle. All right, that just is not okay.
Look, you can't knock his effort, but is it disturbing?
It is extremely concerning. I am terrified. I am turned off from the Cattery because of that, man.
Yeah, it is
Just-
a bit of an ick towards the club.
100%. Big tones. Could it just be Chris Scott in design? In disguise.
Chris guys when he pops down the members area from the
Takes
box.
charge. Just takes charge. Got his little Catman outfit. Just bringing in some fans.
That's
It's ridiculous.
quite sad. I tell you what is sad. Ads.
Mm.
Going down, calf injury looking like minimum 6 weeks. Another soft tissue, which is, we were quite flat as Doggy supporters. It definitely put a sour taste in our mouth
Mm.
despite the win.
Yeah.
We're sending our love to Ads. That's really all we can do.
100%. We just hope it gets back on track. I mean, just take the time. Don't rush anything back. It looked like they may have rushed it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't want to speculate too much, but we just hope he gets okay. I
But
wanna see that
screw
man
those
back on the
blokes who are
squad.
saying he should retire or he's can't get in our best 22. At the end of the day, he was in the All-Australian team last year. He was in the best 22 players in the comp.
Blokes are so quickly to move on.
Oh,
Need
seriously.
to pipe down.
I
That's
know.
Adam Treloar right there.
Yeah.
That's our man. All right? Had enough of them. They've got a problem. Come speak to me. All right? Or actually, go speak to Benny. I
Yeah.
won't do too much. Go speak to Ben. He'll take care of you.
You don't have much credibility with the
No,
hot
don't
beanie.
have much of a leg to stand on right now.
Anyway, we're sending love to your Ads. We're
100%.
thinking of ya.
Mm-hmm. Little
Yeah.
blow him a kiss. Love you, ads.
Okay. Should we get into our first segment?
Yeah, let's fire away.
So we were chatting about the spines of the
Mm.
competition. We were thinking who actually has the best spine in the comp.
Yep.
So we've got some teams here, and we're just going to discuss and see who we come up with.
I like it.
So which team has the best spine in the comp? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we first came up with the Pups, obviously.
Little puppy dogs.
The Pups, we got Rory Lobb, Bailey Dale, Tim English, Marcus Bontempelli, Aaron Norton, Sam Darcy.
Yep.
So from the fullback down to the full
Love
forward.
that. That is loaded. The only
Yeah.
thing that's letting us down right now is probably Norton because
Yeah.
he's having a down year.
Yeah.
But still, Aaron Norton still has the upside of anyone. And you're talking about Sam Darcy, possibly the best forward in the comp. Marcus Bontempelli, the best midfielder in the comp. Bailey Dale, is he possibly... Well, he's in All Australian talks as one of the best half-backmen in the comp.
Right now, I think if the All-Australian team was selected, he'd be in it. But like,
Mhm.
it's him, Naz, bloody Jack Sinclair,
Yeah.
Lockie Ash. Like
Yep.
they're probably the best ones in the comp right now. And then the Lobster, the Lobfish is. I'm serious. He should be in All-Australian talks.
He's still so underrated. Do we see him lose a one-on-one? Apart from Tom Lynch fucking just falling backwards and it falls into his arm, which I don't like. But the Blob, I've never felt so confident about having someone down back.
No, he's the Great Wall of
A
China.
revelation.
Nothing gets through him.
No.
Actually, look, quick side note: is Tom Lynch one of the dirtiest players in the comp?
Bro, I've had enough of him. Timmy English, we know he's had concussion issues.
Mm.
Tom Lynch was just launching.
Tell you what, Gold
Way
Coast,
late.
the shit bloke vibe of Gold Coast definitely left when Stephen May and Tom Lynch left.
100%. Now they're just going in and just causing havoc at their clubs. Oh, my days. I've never been so frustrated watching a human being. He's just Tom Lynch, just
Yeah.
trying to pick apart our team.
I know.
Took out the Blob, took out Timmy. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you
Why
doing?
are you hitting blokes in the head?
Don't be doing that. It's not cool. It's not a good bloke move. You're being a
It's not.
bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had enough of him. See, laying my foot
Well
down
said.
right there.
Well said. We'll move on. The Pies.
Yeah.
They have a pretty decent spine. We got Darcy Moore, Jeremy Howe, Darcy Cameron, Nick Daicos, Jamie Elliott, Brody Mychek.
I see that. I think that's a lot of underrated blokes right there.
Yeah.
Jeremy Howe doesn't get a whole lot of talk about him.
No.
He's a gun. And then Darcy Cameron is arguably one of the best ruckmen in the comp right now, and he's going to get compensated for that as well. And then obviously we know Daicos is insane. And Jamie Elliot's still just a freaking god.
He's one of the best small forwards in the comp.
It's
right
crazy.
Now. Like
it's crazy. And my check goes under the radar heavily as well. Like, yeah, because you're talking about their forward. You've got Membry, you got McStay. All right, yeah, my check probably takes the cookies on that big one there.
He's probably the most consistent. Like he's usually kicking 1 or 2 goals a game. Good set shot. Good contested mark.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, that is a solid spine.
That's a pretty decent spine. We got Brisbane. Yep. Brisbane are in there. We got Harris Andrews, Dane Zorko, Oscar McInerney, Lockie Neal, Eric Hipwood, and Logan Morris. So I think the forward line probably dampens it down a little bit.
Is this Hipwood against the Pups or Hipwood every other week?
Hipwood against the Pups is just prime Buddy Franklin. We know that.
It's possibly the best spine when it's him against the Pups, but against any other team, it's probably, it drops off hitting that forward line. The Big O's a solid ruckman as well, but compared to these other ones.
And to be fair, this season, the spine, you could actually put Hugh McCluggage in there instead of Lockie Neal.
Hugh McCluggage has been a gun.
He'd be All-Australian. Right now, he'd be All-Australian.
For sure. Booking that, 100%.
GWS, another elite spine. Sam Taylor, Lockie Ash, Kieran Briggs, Tom Green, Toby Green, Jesse Hogan.
Yep. That is pretty loaded, I'm not going to lie. You've got the best backman in the comp right now, or key defender.
Yep. In
Sam Taylor. Lockie Ash is having an outstanding year. It was literally between him or Whitfield. I think Ash has kind of taken over, being that number one half backman for him. He's a gun. Kieran Briggs lets him down.
Well, he's not even playing right now.
Bit of a hack.
He's not even playing. Like, he's been injured. He's a classic ruckman.
Literally, like Riccardi's been running through that and stuff.
Yeah.
But Tom Green's stud, Toby Green, bit of a down year.
Yeah.
But can't go past. He's literally their GOAT. Jesse Hogan. Just big mitts. Big mitt Hogan.
Probably the second best forward in the comp this season still. Like Jeremy Cameron's running away with it.
100%.
Gold Coast. We have Gold Coast in there.
Yeah.
So Sam Collins, John Noble.
Yep.
Jared Witts, Noah Anderson, Ben Long, Ben King.
Pretty solid.
So you could even chuck in like a Dan Rioli or even a Matt Rao.
Yeah. I think Noble's having a better year than Rioli though. Yeah. Noble's been insane. What a pickup. That is pretty quality. That is not many flaws in that spine.
I don't think it's better than some of these teams, but that's quality. Like even Jared Witts, he's a very underrated ruckman.
Yeah, for sure.
But this spine here, we've got a few more, but this spine I think could take the cake for the best spine in the comp.
Yeah.
Fremantle Dockers. We got Alex Pearce, Luke Ryan, Luke Jackson, Caleb Sarong, Shea Bolton, Josh Tracy.
That is pretty loaded. Holy.
That's pretty stacked.
There's just no flaws there.
No
flaws whatsoever.
No.
That is insanely stacked.
Yeah, there's across the board. Like Luke Ryan's been an All-Australian. Luke Jackson, when he's actually in the ruck, is one of the best ruckmen. Caleb Sarong, one of the best midfielders in the comp. Shea Bolton, one of the most dangerous forwards. Josh Tracy, one of the best young forwards. He's had a little bit of a slump recently, but he's going to be one of the best forwards for the next 10 years.
That could take the cookies, I'm not going to lie, because I was kind of ready to run with the pups there.
You wouldn't be you.
I was very ready to lean us. Freo might take the cookies there, 100%. Yeah. What about the baggers?
The baggers. We know they've got an elite spine, just not much meat on the bone. But we got Wiedering, Haynes, TDK, Cripper, Mackay, Curnow. Yeah.
So they've pretty much just been raved about this whole little run, about their spine. That is a pretty solid spine they've got right there. But having down years. Wiedering actually not having his best year. Haynes is probably their most consistent player right now.
To be fair, Wiedering and Haynes, I think they're top 2 in marks at the moment. Or then he's two of the top 3.
Yeah, I don't know with Wiedering though. I don't know if it's just the system in place or it's just he doesn't have much help down there. He's looked a bit sloppy. TDK inconsistent lately.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not looking like a bloke I'd want to pay $1.6 million to.
Isn't he injured?
Is he? No.
He was injured.
No, he played on the weekend.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, they ran double ruck. And Cherry just bitched him. Cripper having a down year. Mackay is out right now. And then Curnow not having a great year either. So usually it's an elite spine, but it really isn't looking overly threatening this year.
Well, we got the last one. We got the Cattery.
Catman. We got down back.
Yeah, Catman. Catman in the bloody back line or the forward line, either side. We got Jack Henry, Tom Stewart, Reece Stanley, Baz, Dangerfield, Jeremy Cameron. And you could have Baz or Max Holmes.
Yeah. That is pretty solid. Yeah. Reece Stanley lets him down a bit there. Yeah. But yeah, that is pretty flawless. And like Danger going down forward has been a revelation. Yeah. Holy. And Jez is just running away with the Coleman.
Yeah.
He's running away with it. No one's catching that.
Yeah. Quickly off the top, who do you reckon the top 3 are? top 3 spines.
I think in no order. I think Freo, Pups. Ooh, Freo, Pups, Pies.
Nah,
Freo, Pups, Giants.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Freo, Pups, Giants.
Yep.
Yeah.
That could be in order as well. Freo, Pups, Giants.
There's some decent spines.
A lot of good spines. Gold Coast is sneaky there as well.
And you notice all these teams are in finals contention basically apart from Carlton. Carlton, they could make a late run. I doubt it.
They just lost to North Melbourne.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of 15-year-olds. That's not great. Should we move on though?
Let's move on.
Talking about a spine. Talking about an elite half-backman. We have one of the best half-backmen in the league, possibly going to be an All-Australian this year. We've got a little, who would you rather? Bailey Dale edition.
Okay,
all right.
Let's do
it. Last young Benji here to start us off. Bailey Dale or Nass?
God, off the top, you're making me. I think I have to go Nazire or Wanganeen Miller. Yeah. I think just overall, that what he does for that Saints team is so important, and Bailey Dale doesn't get the attention that Nas probably does. Yeah. We've got so many blokes teams have to focus on, and Bailey Dale just gets to roam free. I think Nas, the overall impact he has on Saints, I'll go him.
All right. Bailey Dale or Connor Rosie?
Give me Bailey Dale.
Yeah.
Give me Bailey Dale. He's an All-Australian this year. I love Connor Rosie, but give me Bailey Dale.
All right. Bailey Dale or Dan Houston?
This season, Bailey Dale, for sure. Dan Houston's been a 2-time All-Australian, but Bailey Dale's already been an All-Australian. Yeah. But the damage Bailey Dale has with the ball, give me Bailey Dale.
Bailey Dale or Lockie Whitfield?
Ooh, that's tough. Lockie Whitfield has probably had a more consistent career.
Yep.
So in terms of the longevity and the consistency, Lockie Whitfield. But this season, I'd take Bailey Dale.
I'm right there with you. Bailey Dale or Lockie Ash?
Give me Bailey Dale. Lockie Ash, this is his first really good season. He was, pick 2 when he was drafted, so he's obviously got this insane potential. Mm-hmm. He could be the better player when it's all said and done. Both could be All-Australian this year, but probably a little doggy's bias. I'm going Bailey Dale.
Bailey Dale or Dane Zorko?
Dane Zorko is a gun.
He's good.
35-year-old. He could definitely be a Australian again. He's in talks again. Who would have thought? But if I'm picking one, the explosiveness of Bailey Dale, just the way he's seriously a top 2, top 3 kick in the league.
He is.
Give me Bailey Dale.
All right, Bailey Dale or Kyle Amon?
Oh, Bailey Dale. I had a blank who you've been talking about. I was thinking Kyle Loman. What the fuck?
Bailey Dale or the Lizard Nick Blakey?
Jeez. If this was last season, I'd go Nick Blakey. Nick Blakey can really just flip a game on its head. So at their best, I think I'd take Nick Blakey. Oh. This season, I'd take Bailey Dale. But at their best, I think Nick Blakey. The Lizard he's really, really dangerous off that halfback.
All right. Bailey Dale or Josh Daicos?
Bloody hell. That's tough. That's hard to compare. Josh Daicos is a gun. Give me Bailey Dale.
Big call. Bailey Dale or Jack Sinclair?
I think Jack Sinclair.
All right.
I do. I actually think Saints have probably the 2 best halfbacks in the comp.
I think I'm taking Dale. Bailey Dale or bit of jack of all trades, but he does play off the halfback a bit. Nick Martin.
No, give me Bailey Dale. Nick Martin has some cracking games. I don't think he quite has the ceiling of a Bailey Dale.
Yep.
But Nick Martin, he's a gun.
All right. Versus the former pup, Bailey Dale or Caleb Daniel?
Oh, Bailey Dale, for sure. Bailey Dale. I love Caleb, but Bailey Dale.
Bailey Dale or Jordan Clark?
Jordan Clark's pretty underrated.
He's actually been solid this year.
But I'm going Bailey Dale for sure.
All right. Bailey Dale or Johnny Noble?
Oh, Bailey Dale. Johnny Noble having a career best season, but I'm going Bailey Dale.
Dale or Dan Rioli?
Bailey Dale for sure. Yeah.
Bit of a breakout year. Bailey Dale or Jack Bowie? Or Bowie, either way.
Bailey Dale.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Bailey Dale or Luke Ryan?
That's tough. Luke Ryan. He's more of a key position player. If I was picking one, I think I'm still going Bailey Dale.
All right. And to finish it off, Bailey Dale or, had a few injuries, but Callum Mills?
Yeah, that's tough. I'd go Bailey Dale. I don't think Callum Mills has ever been All-Australian, has he?
Don't think so.
He's
been injured a lot.
Yeah, he can't stay on the pitch. Yeah. So I'd go Bailey Dale.
He got injured, then comes back, gets suspended.
Yeah.
So he's been in the wars a bit. Yeah, I like that. Bailey Dale is literally one of the best halfbackmen in the league right now. Yeah. He is been unstoppable with the ball. brings his own footy every week, so he's pretty unstoppable.
I can't believe how good of a kick he is and how damaging he is. And sometimes you think he's going to kick it right to the other team because sometimes you think he bites off too much than he can chew, but he rarely stuffs up for how risky his kicks are and how fast and how he's just so good.
Oh, big high risk, high reward sort of player. We love him. Just think he was just running around in our forward line, in and out of the squad. What a revelation he's been back there.
Speaking of great pups, I know we're doing a lot of pups chat right now, but quickly I'll ask you, is Ed Richards a top 5 player right now? So we obviously did our top 5 players maybe a few weeks ago. Neither of us had him in there.
Yeah.
But this man continues to just dominate week to week. He's 4th right now in the Coaches Association votes. I reckon he'd be a starter All-Australian right now.
Yeah, he's definitely All-Australian.
Is he a top 5 player in the comp?
It's super tough. I don't know. Because the top 5 I put in a couple of weeks ago, I was very happy with that.
Yep.
I think that is pretty solid. It means you've really taken him over someone like Bont, Daicos, or Dawson. Because I think Gawn I think you got to get Gawn in there. He's the best ruckman. He's been the best ruckman for how many years? And Jezza is so clearly the best forward in the comp right now that he has to be in there. So are you taking him over Dawson, Daicos, or Bont? I think the only one there that you can is Dawson.
Yeah.
But he could be leading the Brownlow right now.
But then in terms of this season, he's been better than Bont, like more consistently. And Bont obviously missed that first month and a half. Daicos hasn't necessarily had his best season, but I'd still take Daicos and Bont over him. And I'd probably still take a Jeremy Cameron. But I think he's definitely put himself in the discussion of a top 5 player.
We've seen, obviously we watch more Dogs footy than other teams, but we've seen he is so impactful with the ball. Yeah. No wasted possessions. You see this a lot, a lot of baggers midfield, they're getting plenty of the ball, but not super effective. Every time he touches the ball, it's effective. Yeah. And our midfield is just on this perfect wavelength right now. We saw it on the weekend. Obviously, it was against Richmond. They just know where to be. And Ed, he is literally so effective with the ball.
And he can get he can win his own footy. He's a contested beast, but then he's great at getting that outside handball and then just running. And he's explosive. He breaks the lines.
That's the thing. He's having a better year than Bont. But then, I'm not willing to say that he's our best player. Because Bont's our best player. And then I think probably Sam Darcy's our second best player. So right now, maybe not. Yeah. But I think he's definitely got the opportunity to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He is so good at footy.
I know.
Anyway. It's a deep league. Some high-quality footballers.
He's got a pretty big following.
He does.
And speaking of following, we've actually got a different kind of segment here. I'm going to get you to guess, the footy players, they have plenty of, the social media followings are just growing, I swear, every year.
Yep.
So I'm going to get you to guess which footy player has more followers. So I'm going to put 2 footy players up against each other and you guess who has more. Okay?
Yep, far away.
So we got Jack Ginnivan or Josh Daicos.
Please tell me Josh Daicos. No, it'd be Ginnivan though. He connects with both the younger crowd and the Hawk fans. I feel like it'd be Ginnivan.
It's Josh Daicos.
Thank God. Should have just gone with my
Josh
gut.
Daicos, 176K. Jack Ginnivan, 168. This is on Instagram.
It's tightening up. It's tightening up. I like that. Oh, Joshy Daicos, good on him. He plays for the Pies. That gives you a big nod for sure.
Maybe I'll just keep Josh Daicos there and then.
Oh, that's how we're going a bit of a king of the hill.
I don't know. No.
Stick with your gut.
Okay. We'll go Josh Daicos or Nat Fyfe.
Ooh. Surely Josh Daicos, interstate player, Nat Fyfe. Wouldn't expect him to have a heap, would he? He does.
Who do you reckon?
I'm taking Josh.
Josh Daicos, 176K. Nat Fyfe on 151K.
Ooh, okay.
Our man, Josh Daicos or Marcus Bontempelli.
If this isn't the Bont, I'm going to be so flat.
Josh Daicos, 176K and Bont only the 139.
Bro, who's not following the Bont? Are you following the Bont?
I'm following the Bont. All right.
We got so disappointing.
Josh Daicos or Patrick Cripps.
Cripper, I reckon. Captain of Carlton, surely that gives you some brownie votes.
Cripper takes the cake. He's got 206K. 206.
Ooh, okay.
All right, we got Patrick Cripps or the big man, the Lobfish, Rory Lobb.
Surely it's the Blob because he's got Lexi on his side as well. He's very active on the TikToks and the Instagram.
This isn't TikTok, this is Instagram and only 33,000 on the Instagram. So
setting me up. 33,000. What?
All right.
You got to be better than this. The Dogs, we just don't have a big enough following.
No. Okay, we got Patrick Cripps or the smelly man himself, I was like Quaynor.
Ooh.
He's got the
He's on Fraud Watch, though. I heard doesn't actually smell as good as he's
really?
portraying. So
Jeez.
I reckon it could be Quaynor, though. Surely he's
You reckon
picked
he
up
has
a
more than
big
Cooper?
following since
Isaac
it's hit the
Quaynor,
fragrance.
113k. So that's almost 100k less. than
Yeah,
Cooper.
right. Not my best form. But Cripper's still leading.
Cripper's still there. Patrick Cripps or Jamara Ugle-Hagan?
Ooh, Jamal Ugahagan. Could be Mara. No, I'm sticking with Cripper.
Well, Cripps is still on that 206k. Jamara 88.
Oh,
They're not even
Lord.
close.
Jeez.
All right, we got
Alright.
Patrick Cripps or Patrick Dangerfield.
Crips.
You're wrong. Patrick
Really?
Dangerfield.
Is Danger active on the...
223,000.
Is he active? Is he an
Apparently.
active man on the old ground?
All right, this one's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Patrick Dangerfield or Charlie Curnow?
I feel like Charlie Curnow has a lot of 15-year-old girls following him. They just be loving a bit of Curnow. Give me Charlie Curnow.
No, Charlie Curnow is only on 129k.
What is going on?
Okay, we got Patrick Dangerfield or Nick Daicos.
Surely Nick Daicos. He's literally the biggest player in the comp right now.
Nick Daicos, 279k.
Yeah. All right. That makes sense.
Okay, so now we got Nick Daicos or Bailey Smith.
Bailey Smith. Oh, surely Baz. Surely Baz has like the biggest following.
Bailey Smith, 376k.
Jeez, he's flying with it.
Okay,
He's
so
flying
now
with it.
last one for you. We got Bailey Smith or Christian
I knew this was
Petrarca.
I'm taking track. Those home cooked meals are dangerous. Surely it's track.
You're right and you're wrong.
How's that work? That's ridiculous.
So Bailey Smith's personal has 376.
Okay.
Christian Petrarca's personal has 178. And then you add his cooking profile, which says Christian Petrarca on it, 538.
1,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, that gets the cookies in, surely.
Yes, that's over 700k just
Jeez.
overall. So essentially, Christian Petrarca has the most followers.
Oh, yeah, track with his cooking.
Yep.
Bont needs to start stirring something up.
I know. I think Arthur's.
cool.
Oh, I didn't actually include Arthur's Milk Bar. Maybe I'll.
Arthur's. I'm checking Arthur's right now.
I don't think
Giving him-
Arthur's will get him over
Giving
the
him
top.
as many followers as
I
possible.
don't think it's quite got the amount of
No,
Christian
maybe
Petrarca's
not.
cooking.
Arthur's Milk Bar is sitting at 15,000.
Yeah.
Damn. That's heartbreaking. So track, most followers in the comp right now.
Christian Petrarca. Christian
him.
Petrarca.
Good on him. He's a
good.
famous man.
Yeah,
He
he
cooks some
is. He
very
is.
delicious meals.
He does. And he's had a few Brownlow votes in his time, hasn't he?
He has.
Speaking of Brownlow, I've actually got a few Brownlow segments.
Okay.
And you can guess a few of these things, okay?
All right.
So
Mhm.
I'm going to get you to guess the top 10 current players with the most Brownlow votes.
Yep.
So current players, overall, the amount of Brownlow votes they've got across their career, I'm going to get you to guess the top 10.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, this should be, should be able to get this.
Should be able to get it?
Surely.
You back yourself?
So 10. All right, can I just guess randomly?
Yeah, guess random.
okay,
and I'll
perfect.
tell you if you get it.
All right, I think got to start off with Danger.
Danger, he is number one.
Number
251 votes.
Okay. Hasn't won one, but surely he's just racked them up in the years. Pendles.
Scott Pendlebury is number two.
Hey.
223 votes. Never won a Brownlow, but he's second.
Brownlow. Dual Brownlow medalist, Lockie Neal.
Lockie Neal is 3. 209. Love your work.
Another dual one, then we'll go Paddy Cripps.
Paddy Cripps is 6.
Geez,
186.
Damn, ruined it. Surely where's Bont? Surely Bont's roaming
Bond
around.
is at 5. He has
Okay.
2 more career Brownlow votes than Cripper, and he's never won one.
That's just shattering.
He won't win one.
That is shattering. Would like a Clayton Oliver be in there?
Larry is not in there.
Not in there.
No.
Okay, so track. Is track in there?
Christian Petrarca is not in there.
Not in there.
Nope.
Gorn?
Gorn's not in there.
Gorn's not in there.
On this list, there's there's 2 Brownlow medalists. So you have number 4, number 7, 8, 9, 10. The remaining of those players, 2 of them have won Brownlows.
Don't tell me Ollie Wines is in there.
Ollie Wines is in there. 131 votes. He's at number 10. He snuck his way in there.
Off 1 year. Far out. That is abysmal right there. What about Zach Merritt? I don't know. How's he polled?
Zach Merritt's in there. He's at number 9, 146 votes.
All right, so what am I missing?
You're missing number 8, number 7, and number 4.
Number 8, number 7, and number 4.
One of these blokes is pretty obvious.
Oh, really?
2 of these other 2, it's like, not as obvious, not as like they haven't won a Brownlow, but this one has won A Brownlow, maybe multiple Brownlows.
Oh, wait. Have I said 5?
No, you haven't.
Oh, I thought I said 5.
Nat 5 is at number 4, 190 votes.
There we go. For some reason, I thought I said 5.
So the remaining 2 players, number 7, number 8. Number 7 has 174 votes, Luke Parker.
That is shocking for. You're an idiot. Is it Luke Parker?
I'm actually an idiot.
Someone mute his mic. Holy shit. You're nothing, bro.
Luke Parker, good guess.
Luke Parker.
Great guess.
Fix her up in editing.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's Luke Parker.
Okay. Jeez, what a guess. Just off the top of my head right there.
It's an out of the box one. All right, number 7.
So number 7.
Oh.
Interstate or Victorian?
Interstate.
Interstate. Wouldn't be, not our man Cal Ward.
No, not Cal
Not
Ward.
Cal Ward.
It's an outlandish.
No, we'll never know. He's been around a while.
Not fair enough.
Dunks wouldn't be in there.
No.
This is kind of weird. Rory Laird? Would he be in there?
No. This bloke, he's a vet. He's in the last 2 years of his career for sure.
Ooh. Oh, Port Adelaide. Travis Boak.
Travis Boak.
Oh, there we go.
Done well. That's the list.
That's the list.
You did really well.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, that's it. So
There you
yeah,
go.
it's
Travis
a
Boak.
that's
He's
a
still
solid
in a
list.
game.
Yeah, I think he's still getting a game. Yeah, no, he is.
Yeah, right. Good on him.
Anyway, I've actually got another little Brownlow segment for you. So as I was putting this list together, I was like, whoa, Nick Daicos has a lot of votes already in his career. He's 3 years into his career.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, he's got a lot of votes. So I'm going to get you to guess who has more career Brownlow votes, Nick Daicos or these players.
Okay.
So you just have to, I'll give you a player and you have to tell me who has more Brownlow votes.
Far away.
So Nick Daicos or Hugh McCluggage?
Sure, yeah. I feel like it's got to be Nick Daicos. Like, Hugh's been around for a while, but he's been disrespect, hasn't he?
It's Nick Daicos.
Nick Daicos.
Nick
Jeez.
All right. Nick Daicos or Darcy Parish?
Darcy
for
Parish.
longer.
Been around a while. Thought he was going to come on, but I'm assuming we've got to go Nick Daicos.
Nick Daicos. Nick Daicos or Matt Rao?
Rao. No, come on. Surely Rao has more than Nick Daicos.
Nick Daicos has more.
Nick Daicos again.
All right. Nick Daicos or Chad Warner?
All right, this is ridiculous. Surely Chad Warner has more than Nick Daicos.
Nick Daicos has more. All right, Nick Daicos or Jack Gunston? Man's been around for fucking. He's been around for years.
No, there's no
what,
way.
15 years into his career.
There's no way. I reckon Daicos would have got more last year than Gunston has his whole career. Surely Daicos.
Nick Daicos.
Yeah,
so Jack Gunston has 53 for his career.
That's actually
But
more
Nick
than I was
Daicos has
expecting.
more. Yep.
Oh.
All right, Nick Daicos or our man Josh Dunkley. He's played since 2016. Midfielder, doggy's best and fairest.
I want to say Daicos. So I'm going to say Daicos.
It's Daicos. Daicos. So Dunkley had 55.
Yep. Far out.
All right. Nick Daicos or Noah Anderson.
Oh, come on. Surely Noah Anderson. Skipper of Gold Coast.
Nick Daicos. There's a bit of a theme.
Crap. This is outlandish.
All right. So Noah Anderson had 58.
58.
Right,
okay.
so Daicos has more than that. Nick Daicos or Tom Liberatore.
Oh, come on. Libba just hasn't had that respect.
No,
He just hasn't had that
doesn't get the
respect.
umpire
It's gonna-
respect.
It's going to be Daicos, isn't it?
It's Nick Daicos.
Oh,
All right. Nick Daicos or Zach Butters.
okay.
This guy's a freak.
Well, how much longer has Butters been in the league than Daicos?
I think 2 years more, I think.
Surely Butters. Butters has been up there most years.
Butters on 62
No.
has less than Nick Daicos. Nick Daicos is
He's
still
only got
has
62.
62. To be fair, he's had 2 years really high quality footy,
Yeah,
maybe 3.
True. Far out.
All right.
Daicos again.
Nick Daicos or Caleb Sarong?
Daicos, I think.
Nick Daicos.
Far out. Oh my god.
This one is actually surprises me because this bloke's been around for ages. Nick Daicos or Mitch Duncan? Man has been consistent, never had a bad year really for the category. He's been around for forever.
Well, by you saying this one surprises me, I'm assuming Nick Daicos.
I think you're right. Nick Daicos or Isaac Heaney?
Oh, bro, Heaney was like Brownlow favourite last year. Surely Heaney has more. He's been around a while
Heaney
now.
has 74 votes. You reckon Heaney does?
No, it's going to be Daicos then.
It's Daicos.
Oh, yeah.
Righty.
I don't like this. I like the man, but this is just crazy.
Nick Daicos or Sam Walsh?
We haven't been too high on Walsh, have we? You haven't been his best mates.
No.
No, so it's going to be Nick Daicos.
Sam Walsh.
No, bro.
I knew you'd love that one.
Oh.
Sam Walsh. So Nick Daicos has 77 Brownlow votes for his career across 3 seasons. And Sam Walsh has 79.
79. Good on
79.
him. Good on you, Walshy.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good effort.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Daicos has more than all those blokes.
All those blokes has more votes.
More than Mitch Duncan.
Yep.
Like a bloke who's literally been around for centuries.
Yep.
That is insane.
And he has the exact same amount as Andrew Brayshaw. Brayshaw came second in the Brownlow one year. And he's been
He's
around
got
for
more.
longer. Yep.
Good on him.
Good on him.
Good on
You
him.
got to respect it.
I love that. Good on Daicos, bro.
Yeah, pretty good effort.
Hate him or love him, he is very good at football.
He is. Anyway,
Anyway.
so who's good at football? Ruckman.
Ruckman are.
A lot of good Ruckman running around right now. A lot of good Ruckman. So we thought we'd actually put together our top 5 Ruckman in the competition right now, respectively each.
Yeah.
You got
So, and then they have to, the dribblers out there are going to let us know who has the better list. Like,
Oh.
do I have the better list?
they'll let us know.
Probably.
Probably not.
Ben probably has a shit list. Just
Let's be
bad
real,
all
it's
the
probably the
time.
same list.
Probably very similar.
But we'll go through one at a time.
Yeah. Do we want to go 1 to 5 or 5 to 1?
No, 5 to 1.
5 to 1.
Build
Build
up.
up. I feel like we just know who's like 1 and 2 though.
No, we don't.
All right. Coming in at number 5 for me, been very high on him this year, is Luke Jackson out of Freo.
Jeez.
When he actually is in the ruck, I think the double ruck doesn't work. Get Sean Darcy out of here. Luke Jackson is the man. You got to keep him there as well. Freo are going to hold on to him, I think. He's possibly the most talented ruck in the league. No one moves like him. He moves like a midfielder. He's an athlete. He can go down and kick goals. The bloke is pretty impressive, and he's looking these last few weeks to really come on. So I think he's kind of taken that solo part in the middle for Freo. He comes in number 5 right now, and
That's
could continue to jump as well.
Oh, he's probably got one of the highest ceilings.
100%.
Number 5, I've got Timmy English.
Ooh.
2 seasons ago was All-Australian ruck. Had a down year last year, but he's picked it right up again this year. I reckon he's probably the best disposal for a ruckman in the league. He's kicking, he's handballing, he's very smart. Looks like a midfielder when he's got the ball. So in terms of ruck craft, probably not quite there with some of these other ruckmen on this list, but just overall game, that's why I've got him at
That's
number
what
5.
hurts me for him, putting him at number 5. Against the better ruckmans, he does get found out a little bit just with his ruck craft, but that's ruck craft, big boy. Coming in at number 4 is the $1.6 million man himself, TDK. Been inconsistent this year. He could have been higher, but I think right now he actually has been playing great footy. He's been found out a little bit. He's still super young. He's going to be possibly the best ruckman in the comp at some point, but right now, sitting at number 4, he's still freaking insane.
Yeah.
Like to see him play more forward as well. I think he looks good up there.
Yeah.
But TDK at 4.
At number 4, I've got Darcy Cameron. Collingwood Magpies ruckman. Probably one of the most underrated players in the comp.
Yep.
Honestly, he's in terms of ruck craft, he's more of your typical classic kind of ruckman.
Yep.
Not as polished and not as mobile around the ground as some of these other ruckmen, but he's so underrated. And who would have thought getting rid of like a Brody Grundy back in the day, filling the spot with a Darcy Cameron, and
Thought that was the worst move ever.
Yeah, no,
And it
it's
is
worked
worked out.
wonders for the Pies.
100%.
So when that machine is built around the midfield, and the ruckman has to be pretty good at his job, and he definitely is. He's good.
I
at
like
his
that.
job.
That's why I've actually got him at number 3.
Jeez.
I think he's above TDK right now. I think he is just a do-it-all. He's just scrappy. He does everything. He's what you want out of a ruckman.
Yeah,
He's nothing flashy. He just gets it done. I really like him, and I think his ruck craft is elite. They've got him on absolute chips right now, so he's going to get paid. I absolutely love him, and he's the key ruckman on the best team in the comp, and he gets his midfielders the ball, which I love. So Darcy Cameron does exactly what you want. Number 3.
I love it. Number 3, I've got TDK. So you had him at 4, I have him at 3. I think just his ceiling is bigger. He's probably got the biggest ceiling out of every ruckman in the comp.
Sure.
I reckon he's definitely going on the Saners. But he's big, mobile, dangerous in the forward 50.
Yeah,
just
he moves well.
He's a big boy, and I think he's going to be a great security ruckman next
I
year.
think he will be. He's going to be there for sure. Number 2 is the helmet man himself, Tristan Cherry. Just a mountain of a man.
Yeah.
Took on the double ruck this week and still just bitched him.
Yeah.
He is a mountain of a man. He would be the best ruck in the comp if there wasn't just this god above him. But Tristan Cherry, what a man. He's just come out of nowhere, I feel like, and he's just literally taken charge as one of the best ruckmen in the comp.
He was like pick 72 or whatever it was. So.
We love it. So he's a beast and he's a mountain of a man. Wouldn't want to be fighting him.
Is he a mountain of a man?
He is a mountain of a man.
Just clarifying.
Have I said it multiple times?
About 4 times. Number 2, I've got Big X as well. He has to be there, as you said. You basically said everything. I need to say he's a mountain of a man.
He is a mountain of a man. You know, he's another mountain of a man. He's number 1, Sir Max Gawn.
Yeah.
Just a king. A king. Run that club. Stephen May, you can shut up.
Yeah.
All right? Take it easy on the man himself. He literally has put this club on his back for the last 10 years.
Little meerkat head looking bugger.
Seriously, I've had enough of him. But Gawny is a god. And he speaks so well. He's the ultimate captain. He's the ultimate leader. And for many years now, he's been the best ruckman in the comp and still is, which is insane work. Yep. Sits firmly at number 1.
On and off the field, best ruckman in the comp, Max Gawn, without a doubt.
How can he be a good ruckman off the field?
He's just a good bloke.
Please explain.
He's the best bloke off the field.
Does that fall into Ruckcraft?
That's Ruckcraft, big boy.
That's
you know it is. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
Should we move into ELLY KUNDERWOOD?
Yeah.
Are we in that time already?
We are. There was quite a few ELLY KUNDERWOOD moments this week.
A bit of wobblehead behaviour.
A lot of wobblehead behaviour. A lot of tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 1 is actually probably the worst set shot I've ever seen in my life. And that was Jed Walters on the weekend. Just the arrogance to walk in and act like you're all this nonchalant SGA kind of bloke, just strolling in, doesn't even have a skip in there, walks in 12 metres out on the slightest of angles, shanks it right.
Not ideal.
Just abysmal. I know Dimmer would have just been pounding him backwards.
Would have sprayed him.
Would have been a terrible day to be Jed Walters. But not as bad as another one for the Suns. Is there Guernseys on the weekend?
Yeah.
What was that? Thought the Wet Toast were playing out there for first 3 quarters.
Bro, I thought I was watching West Coast. I actually thought it was so bad.
I couldn't believe it.
What was that colour wave?
No. I've never been so disgusted in my life. That was putrid. They literally just took the West Coast Guernseys and put a Suns logo in the middle.
Hate the West Coast jerseys.
West Coast. Wet Toast.
Yeah.
The Weagles.
Who we got at 3?
They got to be better than that. And at 3, just an absolute meme. You got stitched up. Catman alongside with you doesn't help, but the Cattery wide out that went dark. That was a tough watch. I thought it had this aura about it. This could work. Penn State, it's elite. The Cattery tried.
Yeah.
Down at Cardinia. Well, too bad your stadium's a shithole because that didn't work. They got destroyed. Brizzy just came in and wiped them. I'm seeing those tops on Marketplace for sale as well. So people are after them. No one's going to buy it. No one's going to buy it. Catman will collect them. But Cattery, get the 3 votes this week. Just bad week to be a Cat fan.
Bit of wobblehead behaviour.
Very.
We'll move into the better kind of behaviour, the better Brownlow. Top 5 players of the round.
Love
1 vote, we got cheeky Tom Green.
Yeah.
Balled out 31 touches and a goal against the Gold Coast Suns. Yeah, and that comeback win. And he had that cheeky little selling the candy twice. Could be
He's
like
an impressive player. He's an impressive player.
2 votes, we got Sam Kardashian-Yama. Sam K, you can't kick 5 goals, have 19 disposals and had bloody Noah Bolter just in his own paddock.
100%.
And not get a vote on the better Brownlow.
Yeah, so and avoided a king hit as well. So that's the trifecta.
Absolutely.
Bake and bake, baby.
Bake and bake. So Sam Kardashian-Yama, 2 votes. 3 votes, we got Noah Anderson. This man, what do you have? He had 42 disposals?
Yeah, 42 and a goal, was it?
42 disposals and 2 goals.
2 goals.
So fair to say it was 29 handballs. Had a lot of...
Yeah, that's contested footy.
Yeah, that's it. But no, absolute bottler of a game. 4 votes, Luke Jackson. Yeah. So I'll just get his stats up. What did he get?
3 goals, I think.
48 hitouts, 21 disposals, 3 goals. Yes, it was against the first gamer, so he just bitched a baby.
Hey, it was going to be him or Todd Goldstein, so it was either or. He was getting a lot of points that day. He was in for a big one.
So 4 votes, and then 5 votes.
I wonder who could be 1.
Who could be 1? The GOAT, Marcus Bontempelli.
Hey.
36 disposals, 3 goals.
Yep.
120 fantasy points.
Yep.
He was just everywhere. He was playing a different game. He actually was. So he got the 5 votes.
He's a special human being. I love that. Should we move into our top 4 teams?
Top 4 teams.
All right. Not a whole lot changed.
No.
All right, because I've still got Crom at 4. They had the bye. I don't think they deserve to drop out because of that. I still think they're one of the best teams in the comp. The Pups are knocking on the door. We're coming back. 2 back-to-back 70-point wins. We're knocking on the door. But no, Crom at 4. Number 3, they actually went from 2 to 3 this week, Cattery. Yep. Losing to the Lions at home, especially like that, getting just a bloodbath. Logan Morris just destroying you. Yep. You drop to 3. I still think they're a solid side though, which means the Lions are at 2 now. Just a high-quality team. They're still in cruise control.
Yeah,
they're going to be there. They're probably going to be in a granny, and they're going to be in a granny against this team, the Collingwood Magpies.
Yeah.
Holy, they're still in cruise control. I think you could just see how that game was going to play out. It was going to be just smooth sailing and then just kick it out towards the end.
Yeah.
So Daicos got tagged and still went for 30 in a goal. That's pretty impressive.
No, imagine getting tagged. Imagine a bloke literally, bro. Winhagel was inside of him.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
He's literally holding his nuts. He's like, your nuts right there. I'm holding them.
Doesn't matter.
I'm grasping
I'm
that
get
shit.
30 and kick a goal. Exactly. And the game sealer. Like, bro.
Insane. Someone needs to freeze Peter Daicos' spunk, bro. Because seriously, they need more of those Daicos brothers.
Bro, I know. They need to like do like a. What do they need?
He needs to find a 6'11"
a large
partner.
bulk order of Peter Daicos jizz.
Needs to find a 6'11" partner. They can pretty much create a Sam Kardashian down forward. Imagine having Daicos and Daicos feeding it to Daicos. Daicos kicks 10. Collingwood win their 10th premiership in a row.
We just have 22 Daicoses running around. And then Daicos coaching.
Daicos coaching. Oh. It's outlandish.
And then those Daicoses make more Daicoses.
Oh my God.
Just a cycle.
Incestual. Ethics-wise, we don't approve. In terms of good footy.
You got to do it for the boys. The boys need you out there. They need more Daicoses out there.
Well, my top 4 teams are the exact same. So that's that.
Thanks for calling.
Crom, Cats, Lions, Pies.
Did you have Crom in last week?
Yeah, I did. And I actually just shifted Cats from 2 to 3 and Lions from 3 to 2.
Yeah, right. That's good. I think they're by far the top 4 teams right now. I don't mind that at all.
And quickly, let's just smash out the tips.
Yeah, 100%.
The round 16 tips, we'll start with Port v Blues at Adelaide Oval.
I'm actually taking the Baggers. I can't have Port winning any games. I'm not wearing this next year, so give me the Baggers.
I will be barracking for Port. Butters is going for a bottler, just getting his stock up for the Doggies next year.
Oh, I wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind that at all.
Port getting the dub. Friday night, big game of the round. Bonds 250th. Doggies v Swans at the SCG. We're currently favourites, $1.59.
I'm nervous, but I still have trust in the lads. We need to go beat a half decent side, and Sydney actually aren't even that right now, so we should beat them. Yeah, and if we don't, then you know what? Everyone can talk as much shit as they want about us because we are yet to beat a good comp. But give me the Pubs.
Yeah, I'll go the Pubs, obviously. Yeah. But Errol Goulden back does have me worried.
Does scare me, and Papley.
Gold Coast v Melbourne at People First Stadium in Gold Coast.
Suns get back on track, take care of the Melbourne pretty easily.
Yeah, I think Gold Coast definitely win. They win at home. Yeah, so, Gold Coast.
Ooh.
Hock v North in Tassie.
Upset alert. Upset alert. Give me the shin boners. Give me the shin boners. Jack Darling sacrificed his shin boner on the weekend to get a dub. So now, I'm telling you, they're bouncing back. Nick Larkey going to kick 5 on Barris.
Clarko against the old mob.
How do you... Telling you, Toby Pink, they're not ready for him. Marvio Chol, you better get worried. The Pinkster's coming.
The Pinkster.
Give me North Melbourne.
Talk about all Australian talks. Pinkster.
Pinkster.
He's taking over.
They're winning.
Do you actually think that?
Give me the shin bonus. I've tipped him this week.
I'm going Hock.
North
are at $5.80.
That's just easy odds. That's easy money. Jump on that, the dribblers. Free money.
We got bloodbath at Marvel on a Saturday night. Pies, $1.03 favourites against the Wet Toast.
Who's scheduling this?
How are they on Saturday night?
No.
If you want to watch some footy, you're just going to watch murder.
What are we going to do Saturday night? Not watch this. Pies by many, many points.
Yeah, Pies.
Oh, real.
Then we got at the G, the Loud House, Tigers v Crom. Crom $1.11 favourites.
Yeah, give me Crom. Crom's taking easy dubs
Crom
there.
are similar to us. They
beat up on the shit.
Beat up on the babies. And then the last game of the round. So this is the last bye round. So there's 4 teams having the bye. So this is the last game. Snoozeville. Could this be the most boring game of the year?
Well, we saw this on a Thursday night.
We did. Freo v St Kilda at Optus.
Saw this Thursday night. It was the worst game ever. Saints got up. Could we see another upset alert? I think Freo get up, but I wouldn't be surprised.
They've won 5 on the trot.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. They're a whole different team at home. I think Freo get up, but don't be surprised if the Saints come out and about and take charge early. Ross Ball knows how. It's probably the 2 most boring teams in the comp, so not going to be watching that. Going to be pretty checked out by then, especially if the Dogs lose Friday night.
Yeah, but we'll go Freo.
Yeah. Pretty average week of footy.
Very average.
Not average at all. We got Brizzy, Dons, Cattery, and the Giants on a bye, which isn't great. But then last bye week of the season, which we're looking forward to, back to normal footy.
That's it. That's it. So that's this ep done. Another footy ep. Thanks for tuning in, squad. Tune into the socials. Follow us on TikTok if you haven't. Follow us on Instagram. Check us out on Spotify and the full clip on YouTube. But yeah, as always, thank you for tuning in, squad.
We out.